Welcome everyone, it's John, and I am in the middle of nowhere here with wind. Actually, if you go to the middle of nowhere and turn left and going out another 30 miles, that's where I'm at. I'm at the top of a mountain here in East Tennessee at what was once an air base that was placed here to help defend Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Now, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, or also known as the Secret City. I'm gonna go over here and try to get this wind off the camera. Was a city that was developed back in the 1930s, 40s, and the government built this entire city and kept it secret from everybody around here. So there's this massive fence around this entire area. And what went on there was the Manhattan Project, X-10, Y-12, all these nuclear facilities was developed here. And the people who were working in them was put in this town. They weren't allowed to leave. No one was allowed to come in. It was crazy. So they built this air base on top of this mountain to protect it, to watch the airspace. Now, it was built at the wrong elevation. So in 1969, they shut the place down. Since then, it's been converted into something. There's all the radio frequency towers up here. So I'm not sure exactly what they do here. But if you look, here's some of the original buildings, and look at these towers. Some of these towers are real old. So look at the satellite dishes on that. But these are surrounded with razor wire, so they're wanting to protect whatever's in here. And I don't want to get too close. This place has been up here for a long time. We'll walk around here. And these are the original buildings from the original air base. And I'm not sure what they've converted these into. Now this is newer buildings here. I don't know if this is radio towers or what, but you can see it is eerily foggy up here. Very high altitude, so if I'm breathing a little heavy, I apologize. And it is really cold, and I'm not wearing a jacket. See, here's another building. And it goes way on back through there. It is really foggy. Makes me a little nervous to hear a weird howl coming through the winds. It's got a big tower there with stuff on it. There's a couple buildings we can actually get to that's pretty well demolished down that way. And these buildings are not in very good shape. So I don't want to go beyond that anyways. Might mess with me. Big transformer here just dripped on me. But yeah, pretty cool stuff up here. And a lot of people around here don't even know this place exists. It's a camper. What do they use this for now? No one knows what they use this place for now. I don't think I want to stick around and find out. I want to go down here to these other buildings and show them to you. And see you there. Now something that's very interesting here, and I want to show you this, is back when this place was actually used as an air base. At the bottom of the mountain, they had the barracks for the people to live in. Now, of course, those barracks have been converted into other stuff now, but they actually had a skyway they used to get up here. I believe this may have been part of it. I'm not exactly sure. If you know, let me know, but it makes sense that this would have shot right straight down the mountain here where those barracks are. Bring them right up here to where they need to work at the base. Let's go check these other buildings. There once was a structure right here. You can see, if you turn around, it was just on the other side of this building. Those one buildings were back here. Over here, not so much going on. What's left, the ruins, the remnants of probably what was the main building up here. See, there's this tower here. That's a really tall tower. See, we're in the middle of the ruins of some sort of structure. Even got some of the tile flooring still left. Guys, shout out. If you worked up here, if you were a part of this, feel free to comment. Let me know what went on up here, what you guys did, what took place in this wild looking area. So, yeah. Let's go over here and check this building out. Looking at a lot of this roofing, looks as if this building here is actually burnt. This is a really low power line. I could actually grab it. I'm not going to. So let's go down here and check this out. Okay, this says warning high voltage. Well, if you can hear, there's machinery running in there. I'm not going to try to open this door. I don't want to get blasted out of here from high voltage electricity. But I'm going to rethink my statement earlier of the skyway and say that this might have been part of it here. Again, I don't know, it has pipes and stuff in it. I don't know. If you have any idea what this might have been, please let me know. But it's something that would have been directed off the mountain towards where the barracks were. So let's carry on to the other structure. Now I'm calling on some of you smart people out here. Don't open dead inside. Wow, that's creepy. Don't want to check that out. I'm not opening any of these because this is still federal property, and I'm not going to. I don't want to go to prison. I assume you're allowed to come up here. Property's wide open. You can drive right up to it, but it's pretty cool. And there was something that once stood over here. You can see these anchors that would have held something up, and then possibly the skyway. Again, I don't know. I don't know how they done all this up here. I can't find pictures from back in the 60s. This place was secret. They kept it under wraps pretty well. But there's this building here that is very interesting. I'm gonna go over here and take a look at it. I wonder if this used to be a well. Looks like they filled it in. Or some kind of underground bunker maybe. Very interesting. Over here is an old building. One of the original buildings from the early 50s into the 60s. You can see it's definitely fallen into a state of disrepair. Crazy. It's kind of eerie being in here. Look around the ceiling here, little covered awning thing. I'd say it had another floor in here, if I was to guess. Let's go over here on the other side. I saw some ruins over here. I don't know what this was here, but it's very thick walls. I just don't know how thick that is. Is this some kind of underground bunker? I mean, it looks like, or a tower of some sort. I have no idea. When it comes to the military and secrets, you can never tell what goes on with them. I believe that's pretty much it. Guys, thanks for watching. Neat little part of, American history here. This was built to protect the Manhattan Project, the X-10, Y-12, the place that built the bomb that devastated Hiroshima. Now, I'm not praising that at all. I'm just saying this is a part of our history here. This place played a key role in a part of our history. The making of the bomb, the atom bomb, the X-10 project, the Manhattan Project. So, pretty cool little bit of history that a lot of people probably don't know even exists here. Sorry about being a little out of breath, guys. I'm not tired. It's just very thin air, and it's very humid up here and cold. Obviously, you can see all the fog. It's kind of hard to breathe up here for anybody, but great place, awesome explorer. We'll head down to the bottom of the mountain, see if the barracks are still there. So, join me. Okay. We're down here at the bottom of the mountain now, and this is the bottom of the base, the bottom of the mountain, you can tell these old buildings are military buildings. It's been converted into part of a mining company now, so I'm not going to get around and explore too much. But you can see here's a big smokestack for something that was here, and you can't see, but in the fog up here is the top of that mountain, and the skyway went from here somewhere up to the top. Now the barracks are up at the top of the mountain here, and it's actually been converted into a residential area, but we'll go up there and you can see a lot of these buildings through here. This was all military housing through here for the soldiers or the federal people who were working at the air base. This is all their homes right through here. It's a pretty cool little tidbit there. Okay guys, that's all for the abandoned air base. I want to show you where they lived at versus where they worked at, and the barracks and all that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have an address, a P.O. box now. I'll put it in the description below. It's in the description of all my videos now. I have a Patreon. If you want to contribute a few bucks, I'll send you some postcards. You know, that'll strictly go to help me pay for gas and going on bigger and better adventures for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit of history, X10 project, Y12, Manhattan Project. This place was built to protect all that. Most people don't even know it was there. Most people probably living here probably don't know the historic nature of their homes. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. God bless. You have a wonderful